officers.
Church.
That's scary. Scary. It says 6 o'clock. I'm good.
Yeah, 6 o'clock right now.
Yeah. All right. Good evening and welcome to the Montgomery City Council regular meeting for August 26, 2025. We have a quorum, although we are missing Councilwoman Ms. Fox for the record. I appreciate everybody being here this evening. If you wouldn't mind, please to ensure that your phones are on vibrate or silence so that we are not interrupted. That would be fantastic and everybody can enjoy the meeting. With that, I'd like to begin the meeting this evening. If Mr. Chulowitz would do the invocation for us. If you all rise, please, for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Lord Almighty, we beseech you in earnestness and humility, guide our city council meetings. Let our discussions be buoyed by truth, transparency, and steadfast dedication to public trusts. Bestow upon us discernment. May your wisdom steer our judgments in chaotic seas of potential bias. Reign supreme over all deliberations, reminding us to uphold integrity before decision, illuminate paths leading towards the greater good of all citizens we are appointed to serve. Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. I pledge allegiance to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right, we have quite a few people that would like to speak this evening. So for the public forum, what I will do is these are numbered in order in the way we received it. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and we will do it in the order that I received all of these. Now, just to be reminded too, we are here to hear your comments, but we cannot speak back. So it's not a debate or a conversation or a discussion. It's truly for us to hear your comments that you'd like to make. So with that, the first person I would like to ask to come up, and when you come up, would you please state your name and your address for the record and what you're here to speak about? Brendan Hoffman. Hey, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Brendan Hoffman. I live at 22530 FM 2854 in Montgomery, Texas. Good evening, Mayor, Councilman, Council, staff. First, I wanted to start off by saying thank you for the professionalism that's already been shown. Every time I reach out, I receive thoughtful, detailed answers, and I want to recognize how much I truly do appreciate that. As I reviewed the ordinances, there are 3 key sections that kind of guide why I'm standing here today. In front of you, there's an exhibit with some highlights on it, and on the last exhibit, there's a drawing that I put together that you can also reference. The first section, 78-162, is called required setback. It states that where commercial property abuts single-family residence, there must be a 25-foot vegetative setback. The local ordinance adjustment within that setback shows specifies plantings. If there's no subdivision fence or wall, the standard is 4 shade trees, 5 ornamental trees, and 20 shrubs for each 100 linear feet. Importantly, this means that if a wall is provided, the vegetative component is still required unless reduction is approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission. The second is the definition of visual barrier. In the adopted ordinances, it is defined as a continuous unbroken solid screen in either basic construction, fencing, or vegetation at maturity. It must not be less than 6 feet in height above natural ground elevation, and that's critical. With non-vegetative barriers allowed up to 8 feet, and minimum thickness of 1 foot if it's made. Vegetation must be at least 5 feet in width, and the ordinance is very clear that the improvement must create a true visual barrier. That definition rules out chain link fences, but was actually submitted within the original set of drawings to the city. I also want to point out the sound ordinance under section 3495 in commercial developments. The city caps noise at any time to 68 decibels. A 1-foot thick masonry wall can block 40 to 50 decibels for sound transmission, while trees reduce noise even at 100 foot in depth of only 4 to 5 decibels. A wall can make the difference between compliance and violation with the city's ordinance. To understand the impact, I modeled and developed topographic data relative to my property in Exhibit B. The civil drawings show 2% slope going down to a retaining wall. But as I mentioned, the ordinance still requires that whatever is put in place is from natural ground elevation. I also met with Entergy to confirm that while no entity is permitted to plant trees within their aerial easement along the property line, a wall of 8 feet in height is permissible. That means compliance with what's required by law and physically feasible along the property line. My ask tonight is simple. I'm asking that you just, I'm sorry. I'm asking to enforce these ordinances. The setback requirement and visual area both require some combination of a wall or vegetation. Equally important is the city's sound ordinance, and it must be enforced to ensure that noise level remain within legal limits that protect residential neighborhoods. By requiring compliance with both visual and sound ordinances, you preserve the intent of the ordinance and safeguard the quality of life for the residents of Montgomery. None of these ordinances that you would enforce would cost you any money. It's all the responsibility of the developer. So I thank you for your time and your consideration.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hoffman. Okay. Next. Papers go. All right, the next person up, please, is Dylan Parker. Good evening.
Dylan Parker, live at 20272 Havenshire Drive. I'm a resident who backs up directly to the proposed HEB. And there have been a few particular items about this project that brought to my attention that I think need further discussion. First being the 20-foot retaining wall that's supposed to be installed 20 feet horizontal from the back of my property line. Second being of that 20-foot horizontal, 10 of it is a part of the easement from Entergy. The third being the grade change to a 10% downslope. The problem with the 20-foot tall retaining wall, I don't believe that there is adequate distance for it to be installed correctly. I'm a contractor, I do this on a daily basis. You're not leaving much room for error. I do not know what the design is for the wall, and I'm not a part of the design team. I'm sure they haven't figured out. I just want to make sure the contractor and everybody involved has done a constructability study that we do, so we do not have issues in the future. On the 10-foot easement, I don't believe they're taking that into consideration because for that 20-foot horizontal, 20 foot down, they have 10 feet to go up and be a sheer wall because you have an energy easement. And in Entergy's easement, they've been accessing it historically off of 2054 on HEB sub. And as a contractor, I deal with Entergy and the competitors on a daily basis. I've never been allowed anything more than 2% slope. And that's for safety reasons. So they're proposing a 10% slope up to a leading edge that's 20 feet deep. And then lastly, I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of the situations at hand. I don't believe Entergy has been coordinated with. I don't believe they've been brought into the fold. My house is not fed from that back line. I don't think it's appropriate for them to make these changes, and their only access be through my front yard.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, next up, Alexandria Parker.
Hello, I'm Alexandria Parker. I live at 20272 Havenshire Drive. I'll also leave you with this. I'm a resident, but more importantly, as a concerned parent regarding the HEB retail structure currently under construction directly behind my property. While I understand the economic value and convenience a development like this can bring, I have serious concerns about the potential impact on the safety of my children, our privacy, and the overall quality of life for our affected community. At present, there is no physical barrier separating the HEB site from the residential properties that border it, and the exhibits provided an example of the thoughtful and community-conscious development of the plans to the nearby Walmart as shown in Exhibit A, which installed a privacy wall adjacent to residential homes. Along with constructing this barrier, they also preserved an established tree line between the properties. This approach proved beneficial to both residents and the business, as it provided a natural, attractive buffer while still ensuring privacy, safety, and separation. The same can be seen in surrounding area HEB set up like policy ordinance, while also establishing the separation of commercial to residential. As seen in Exhibit B, the Woodland Parkway HEB that had the established tree barrier. I'm proud to be a member of this community and be sure to uphold the same standards of the flourishing communities around us. I believe a similar approach as stated above with the HEB site would show a strong commitment to being a good neighbor and maintaining the integrity of the surrounding residential area. I respectfully request that the city consider requiring the installation of a masonry wall along the rear property line of the HEB development, and to explore options for preserving or reestablishing a natural buffer wherever possible. This action will continue to make this beautiful city that much more appealing. The proximity of a high-traffic commercial development to our home without adequate separation raises several concerns. And first and foremost is the safety and security of my children. My beautiful, precious children frequently play in our backyard, and the lack of secure barrier increases the risk of exposure to an active commercial area and thousands of people who now would have direct access to the back of our property, see my children play, and potentially access to my children. Not everyone in this world has good intentions, and as you know, children disappear every day. Secondly is privacy and noise. The daily operations of a retail store, including deliveries, lighting, and customer traffic, can significantly disrupt the peaceful atmosphere we currently have. A masonry wall would mitigate noise, shield light pollution, and provide visual privacy. Thank you for your time and dedication to our community. I trust you will take these concerns into account and help ensure that this development is carried out with respect for the families it directly impacts.
Thank you very much, Ms. Parker. Next up, Scott Blaylock.
Good evening. My name is Scott Blaylock, and I'm one of the many neighbors we have here at the Neighborshire. I live at 20295. We wanted to express our concern regarding the HEB construction on the adjacent property as it pertains to the community's water well. The water well feeding our neighborhood is situated just 10 feet off the property line, which we share with the HEB development. I provided a drawing showing the location of the well and the easement on the Neighborshire plat. You can see there is a 150-foot radial easement surrounding the well, protecting it from any possible groundwater contamination, as well as any construction that may disrupt the well there. For the plans that we've seen from HEB, there will be a road and a massive retaining wall that will fall well within this easement. I come here tonight to ask for reassurance that this has been considered, reviewed, and designed according to CCEQ requirements to ensure safety and integrity of the water well. As of today, the water company has no knowledge of the construction, and no one has been in contact with them to discuss any such plans that we are aware of. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Interesting. That is interesting.
I know we're just a discussion, but Chris, can I ask, did we know there was a well there?
This is aware. There was a moment.
I'm sorry?
We haven't made it.
Okay, thank you. Next up, Mr. T.J. Wilkerson with the Montgomery Historical Society.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Mr. Fox in our absence, City Administrator, Secretary, Chief Fowler, Ms. Dash, the audience here, and TCU, I greet you this afternoon. And Chief Charles, I stand on behalf of the Montgomery Historical Society. We're having an event on September the 6th, 2025 at 1 to 3 p.m. over at Living Savior Church. We have this blue Arthur Hill and Court Crater. He's going to come to an overview and some highlights on blue of the Texas blue. Matter of fact, the part of the Texas blue was found here in not far from here up in Richard, Texas, sort of close to Richard on 140. And the thing about it, people here, they know we were talking about some people out of Europe, but I don't want to get too big. If I give you too much, you won't come. I want you to come out and enjoy this afternoon with us. It's from 1 to 3 here, give you some highlights and overview on the blue. One thing about music, and music breaks down all barriers, break down social, economic, racial barriers, so we can all enjoy some highlights that we have that day. So on behalf of the Montgomery Historical Society, we'd like to invite you out. It was an idea that was born through Ruben, which is, he's writing a lot of stuff. He's the editor and opinion. They guys in whatever kind of news that, and by Billy Ray Duncan. I'm part of the committee, but I'm doing all the leg work. When the news or anything, they put you to work. So we put it to work. And you might see some of these flyers around town, in the paper. So we just asking that if you free that evening, we want you to come out and enjoy us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, TJ.
TJ.
I didn't receive anything else. So we'll move on to the consent agenda on your agenda. Item number 7, consideration and possible action on the City Council workshop meeting minutes of August 6th, 11th, 2025. Number 8, consideration and possible action on a resolution calling for a public hearing to be held on September 9th, 2025. Oh, my bad. I'm going to back up. We're going to go ahead and go with the consent agenda and then go back to the presentation. I apologize. I made notes on top of it. So number 8, consideration and possible action on a resolution calling for public hearing to be held on September 9th, 2025 on an application by HEB LP for a special use permit on 31.97 acre tract of land situated in the J Corner Survey, abstract number 8, of Montgomery County, Texas, for the drive-through lane of a restaurant that is part of the HEB grocery development. Council, would you like to take these individually or cumulatively? What is your pleasure?
I make a motion that we accept these agenda items cumulatively, and I make a motion we accept.
There's been a motion by Mr. Chulowitz that we accept these items cumulatively. This motion.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Chris, do we know where the lane is going to be?
Will be on the east side of the building.
Okay. Okay. That's it. Okay.
Well, there's a motion on the table. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Langley. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. All those in favor of accepting the consent agenda as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we will accept the consent agenda as presented. Now we'll go back up to the presentations. Item number 4 on your agenda. Proclamation recognizing the Mary Vaughn Corner Chapter NSDAR. Hello, ladies. Okay. I'm going to, I've got it right here. I think I put it right here. I've got a stack of papers. Here we go. Nope. Okay. Whereas on June 24th, 2025, the Mary Vaughn Corner chapter of the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution, NSDAR, was officially organized, marking a significant milestone in our community's history. And whereas this chapter proudly honors Mary Vaughn Corner, a pioneering woman who in 1829, as a widow with 3 sons from Louisiana, became the first woman to receive the first league of land in the Lake Creek settlement and was settler number 272 in Stephen F. Austin's second colony, exemplifying courage, perseverance, and pioneering spirit. And whereas the 32 dedicated members and more applicants in the approval process, the chapter is committed to preserving history, fostering patriotism, and serving the community. Now, therefore, I, Sarah Countryman, Mayor of the City of Montgomery, Texas, on behalf of the City Council and all of our citizens, do hereby recognize and congratulate the Mary Vaughn Corner Chapter NSDAR on this momentous occasion and commends its members for their dedication to heritage and community service. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the official seal of the City of Montgomery, Texas, to be affixed this 26th day of August 2025. Thank you so much, ladies. Come on forward. We're excited to have you. Thank you. Absolutely. Come on in, Council. We'll take some pictures right here. Y'all can come on the other side. This side didn't bite.
Big smile.
Congratulations and welcome. We're excited, y'all. You're home. Thank you. Good seeing y'all again. All right, next on the agenda is number 5, proclamation honoring First Sergeant Sean Johnston, USMC, retired. Good, you can stand right here in the middle so we can all stare at you. It's awesome. All right, honoring First Sergeant Sean Johnston, USMC, retired. Whereas First Sergeant Sean Johnston honorably served our nation as United States Marine for 20 years, demonstrating courage, leadership, and steadfast commitment to the values of duty, honor, and country. And whereas following his distinguished military career, First Sergeant Johnston continued his service to the next generation by serving as Senior Marine Instructor of the Montgomery High School Marine Corps Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, MCJROTC program. And whereas under his leadership, the Montgomery High School MCJROTC has flourished, increasing cadet participation, expanding opportunities for leadership development, and instilling the values of citizenship, responsibility, and discipline. And whereas First Sergeant Johnston was instrumental in building and training both the Raiders team, marksmanship and drill team, leading them to multiple regional victories and proudly achieving our one national championship, bringing honor and recognition to Montgomery High School, the city of Montgomery, and to the state of Texas. Whereas through his guidance, cadets of the MCJROTC program have rendered invaluable service to the community, assisting in city and county functions, supporting veterans programs, providing color guard services at civic and patriotic events, and volunteering in numerous local initiatives that enrich the fabric of our community. And whereas First Sergeant Johnston's legacy is not only measured in accolades and achievements, but in the lives of the young men and women he has mentored, instilling in them the discipline, respect, and sense of service that will carry forward into their futures. Now therefore I, Sarah Countryman, Mayor of the City of Montgomery, Texas, on behalf of the City Council and all of our citizens, do hereby recognize and honor First Sergeant Sean Johnston, USMC, retired, for his outstanding service to our nation, his dedication to the youth of Montgomery, and his enduring contributions to our community. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the official seal of the City of Montgomery, Texas, to be affixed this 26th day of August 2025. Thank you so very much for your service. Shall we take photos? Yes. That is awesome. If y'all cadets want to come up here and take a picture with him, I'll see y'all and stand over everybody's head. Yeah, absolutely.
So, 10, 8, 7, 6, 9,
Great job. All right, we got one more. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Number 6 on your agenda, proclamation honoring First Sergeant William Miller, USMC, retired. Whereas First Sergeant William Miller honorably served our nation as a United States Marine for 22 years, demonstrating courage, leadership, and steadfast commitment to the values of duty, honor, and country. And whereas following his distinguished military career, First Sergeant Miller continued his service to the next generation by serving as Senior Marine Instructor of the Montgomery High School Marine Corps Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, MCJROTC program. And whereas under his leadership, the Montgomery High School MCJROTC has flourished, increasing cadet participation, expanding opportunities for leadership development, and instilling the values of citizenship, responsibility, and discipline. And whereas First Sergeant Miller was instrumental in building and training both the Raiders team, marksmanship and drill team, leading them to multiple regional victories, and proudly achieving one national championship, bringing honor and recognition to Montgomery High School, the city of Montgomery, and the state of Texas. Whereas through his guidance, cadets of the MCJROTC program have rendered invaluable service to the community, assisting in city and county functions, supporting veterans programs, providing color guard services at civic and patriotic events, and volunteering in numerous local initiatives that enrich the fabric of our community. And whereas First Sergeant Miller's legacy is not only measured in accolades and achievements, but in the lives of the young men and women he has mentored, instilling in them discipline, respect, and sense of service that will carry forward into their futures. Now, therefore, I, Sarah Countryman, Mayor of the City of Montgomery, Texas, on behalf of the City Council and all of our citizens, do by here recognize and honor First Sergeant William Miller, USMC retired, for his outstanding service to our nation, his dedication to the youth of Montgomery, and his enduring contributions to our community. In witness thereof, I have unto set my hand and caused the official seal of the City of Montgomery, Texas, to be affixed this 26th day of August 2025. Congratulations. Thank you. We appreciate you. All right. Y'all are awesome. Thank y'all very much. Gotta get the twofer here. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Glad you're here. Great job, y'all. All right, on to the regular agenda. Item number 9 on your agenda. Tabled 8/26/2025, consideration of possible action regarding a partnership agreement with the Montgomery Neighbors Magazine to promote city initiatives, marketing, and events. So, come on up. Good evening.
Mayor. I'd like to introduce Jan McKimmey. She's with Best Version Media, Montgomery Newspaper Magazine. She is going to present an updated overview of the publication that was originally presented and delivered at City Council meeting on July 22nd. So this revision includes corrected pricing details and incorporates updates based on feedback received during the initial discussion. Jan?
Wonderful. Come on forward. Hello.
Again, I'm Jamie Amy. I'm a marketing specialist and publisher of Montgomery Neighbors for Best Version Media. Our mission is to strengthen the community by highlighting local government initiatives, upcoming events, and the critical needs of our community. Celebrating our heroes, men and women in uniform, who serve in Montgomery with dedication. Partnering with businesses to support local charities and causes. Fostering a culture of giving. Providing a platform for residents to share their interests, life stories, and families, experiences, and by building a stronger, more connected community. My magazine will serve as a vibrant hub for these efforts, delivering engaging content that informs, inspires, and unites. I am committed to amplifying Montgomery spirit and addressing its needs through this initiative. The City of Montgomery is a Best Version Media and Montgomery's Neighbors and Affinity Business Solutions. Elevate Montgomery's visibility. Our mission is to put Montgomery in the spotlight, amplify awareness, drive engagement, and inspire community pride. The multi-channel approach is through both print and digital. Print ads to reach 3,000 homes and thousands of digital visitors monthly. The expanded reach targets zip codes of 77316 and 77356, plus 5 more zip codes of your choice. Connect with locals and newcomers in memorable ways. Boldly showcase the city's history, growth, events, and leadership. Print plus digital increases coverage by using a hyper-local branding campaign. More eyes equals more engagement equals a stronger community. Social media management is provided by Affinity Business Solution. This is a separate service from BVM, owned by Andrea Caton. This is the social media that brings the city to life. Authentic content, real photos and moments captured at all of your events. The cross-platform strategy. The Facebook, Instagram, Google profile weekly posting and scheduled posts equals consistency. The benefits: loyal online following, increased event participation, and consistent branding. My proposal tonight is monthly print communication. I'm giving the mayor a free half-page mayor's newsletter every month. A full page or a half-page advertisement, including digital. The digital communication targeted based on selected zip codes. Monthly social media impressions, 840,000 per year. Facebook and Instagram, 20,000 monthly impressions. Google and Bing, 50,000 monthly impressions. Our dashboard will easily help you identify the listings and the platforms. We have 50 plus platforms, ensuring your accuracy and consistency with a single point of input for updates to all sites. Reputation management to monitor and respond to all online comments. The social media management is through Affinity Business Solutions. BVM print and digital pricing. The full page print with digital is $2,835 monthly. Half-page print ad with digital is $2,165 monthly. The additional benefits that you will be receiving is the free 1/2 page for the mayor's newsletter. There are no additional administrative fees. The price protection with renewal. Free artwork included. This means that your ad can be used any way you want and anywhere you want. This ad will not be watermarked. Free digital onboarding training. This means that you will have help learning how to use your dashboard, and you will have 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, help if you need it. Your dashboard will be customized to fit you in your business. The digital zip codes will permanently go to 77316 and 356, but we can add the surrounding 5 zip code areas that can reach further. The 3,000 households will receive the monthly print and the 70,000 monthly digital impressions. You do have access to 2 of my calendars in the magazine. We will be working with you to make sure that all your upcoming events are in the upcoming calendar. We want to make sure that all of the residents and the business residents or the business downtown will be noticing all of the upcoming events. They will be put in the magazine 2 months prior to the event. We will also be putting your logo in front of that, so you will be easily identified, that you will be, so it will stand out. You will also be identified on our monthly calendar. The combined program pricing, BVM, the print and digital is $2,835, and for the full page, and here again, the half page is $2,165. The Avinity, which is separate, is $1,000 a month for both the full page and the half page, making the full price $3,835, and the half page $3,165 a month. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask?
Is your digital just a reproduction of the print? In other words, on here you're talking about digital. So what we see digitally would be the same as the magazine?
Yes. So
Okay.
what we do is we produce an ad for you.
Right.
And we work with our designer. You guys approve that ad. We then, once you approve it, we send that ad to the digital department. The specifications for an ad are completely different than what they are for a print ad. Even within the digital, the Facebook and Instagram specifications are different than the Google specifications. We take care of all of that for you. The look will be the same, but it will be consistent with the rules and the specifications of each of those platforms. You will approve that. We then actually manage that campaign for you. You don't even have to do anything for you. We then produce we don't, but you will then be getting a report at the end of the month showing your impressions or the results. Through the dashboard that we build for you, you can easily monitor your results, and you can actually see where the people are clicking and who's clicking, and you can watch the different algorithms and everything.
So the access to the digital is through your webpage, right? So to see the magazine digitally, go to your webpage.
We do not have a digital version. What we do is we connect with your Facebook, your homepage. So we will ask you for permission to just connect all of the ads that we're getting, all of the requests to see your page through your homepage. It's just a simple yes. We don't do anything with your site. It's just a simple confirmation. And then all of the ads are then directed to your Facebook page. The Google, do you know what an impression is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in order for a citizen, in order for them to see the digital version of the magazine, where do they go?
There is not a digital version of the magazine.
So what is the digital that we're getting?
The digital is the digital ad.
So it's a Facebook ad
Okay.
that you would see that's advertising for the city, on the behalf of the city, within those 5 zip codes and potentially beyond, but if they come to the site and see it via Facebook, like the Facebook page. But they're using our site, their ad. Well, if this is what we want the city to say this month, they will post this digitally, and our Facebook page will be behind it or before it, I don't know exactly which, but then they send it out and make sure that everybody in these zip codes, it comes up on your Facebook as you're scrolling, you see those ads that come up for shoes or eye cream or whatever, it's that.
Yes, and when they click on it or pause on it, that's an impression. That impression then is read through readers, and then that's how we start calculating.
Okay, so the people that would want access have to be Facebook smart.
No, they just have to be on their Facebook.
That's Facebook smart.
Well, they don't have to go look at anything on Facebook, it just shows up in their feed, so it's automatically because they're in the zip code. They don't have to be savvy, other than they just read their feed. They're seeing what their
Now,
friends are doing.
let's talk about the online presence. That's a little bit different. So there are 3 types of ways that they can look up the city of Montgomery. The city of Montgomery, there's voice activation, there's map, and there's typed in search, right? So most of the people look up by voice activation, right?
Is that Siri find city of Montgomery? Oh, sorry, everybody's phone just went off.
Yeah.
So that's the way most people, do their searches. 80% is either voice or map. But we do all of them. We have over 50 platforms that we have. So when you go to your dashboard, when we build your dashboard, you go in one time and you can update your hours or for the holidays, or if you want to update photos, which is so important. That's what Avinity Business Solutions will do. They will upload all of your event pictures and all of that. That will be uploaded. And then you go in one time and push send, and it will go over all of those 50 plus platforms. So you don't have to do it.
So you're managing all of our content for us,
We are managing, what we're
our
managing,
advertising, and
Affinity is doing that, what we're doing is the print advertising, and we're doing that, what I'm telling you, through the digital. So you kind of need the both.
Yeah.
Especially talking with the both of you. You guys need a comprehensive marketing.
we have nothing today other than manual visit Montgomery TX or historic Montgomery TX that somebody on
So you
staff
have to
loads
start
up.
somewhere.
Yeah. And that's not going out to, I don't think we have paid for any impressions to go out there, any engines. It's basically, if you go to Facebook and you put in there City of Montgomery or Montgomery, Texas, it might or might not come up. We'll
So-
see. Like if they're sitting in Maine and want to
So
learn about us.
having 50 platforms is huge. One of the other things is if you guys get a bad review.
Never happens.
Well, you never will. But if you get a good review even, it's important that you respond immediately.
Sure.
You will be notified immediately to respond. We even have an AI device, thing that you can put on to help you write a review. So it's very easy for you guys to manage. We have a class once you guys come on board, and then we don't leave you hanging. You have a safety net with a professional group that's there to help you throughout. Are there any other questions?
So today we're just doing that, and we don't have any, do we have any print advertising that we've done today? We're not in any other.
I don't know if you know this person or not.
She was in my mailbox.
Is there okay if she?
Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if you know her.
yeah. Like I've seen it. Yeah, you've seen it. It's probably your dartboard.
No.
So what we're going to do with that is, then Sarah will, the mayor will be able to write a monthly article, kind of reaching the residents. We will be, like I said, ordering extra copies to do the downtown businesses and the visitor center. As we grow, we have to start somewhere. We'll add more and more, and we'll go, but,
And remind me where you said you can pick up one of these magazines at in the town of Montgomery?
we will be putting them in the visitor center and all of the businesses downtown. We are looking for sponsors, big sponsors that may want to help us with the price of ordering
So most people get them in their mailbox or their house, if it's delivered at the house.
Yeah,
And then people that don't get one, that's where we would have to go to get one.
so if we can find a sponsor to help us, we can work out something with the sponsor. Or two, or whatever.
And will you have those at City Hall as well? Because I know when we get new residents in, we like to give them a new flag
What we'll
and
do when we
information about the city.
talk again, we'll decide how many extra copies we need, and then these have to be ordered prior to sending to print.
Sure. Sure.
I can't order any more post-print.
Yeah.
Do you have an actual web page for the magazine?
I do.
Okay.
And you will be able to, I will make sure that you guys get that, and then you'll be able to see the progress. There is a Facebook page that we're setting up, and we're trying to get connected, and as we go through this, we'll make it more intuitive.
Jan, is there a, and you may not have an answer to this, so understand it's not a gotcha, but is there an entry where we can do, say, 6 months and just see what, gosh, we would love for people to call City Hall and say, I want some more of that, where can I get them, right? So just to test the market or to test drive this to see if it's something we want to commit a year or 2 years, I think this is an annual. Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
1 year, 2 year, or 3
Okay.
year. Unfortunately, there isn't anything smaller than the 1 year.
Okay. And how do we measure success? Just people asking about the articles, or do we, I guess we could see an uptick in tax revenue?
One of the things that you guys have will be the dashboard.
Yeah, okay, so we can see the clicks and we can see the online
So,
activity.
I was trying to run a listings report, which means I was trying to find out where you guys rank.
Yeah.
And I was doing that right before I left, so I will get that number to you, a listings report. And I was, what's hard is I was trying to figure out what category you guys are in. So I may need some help because I
We may not know.
city and government, and I would probably put in 20 different things and I couldn't figure out where you guys fit. So I need help.
When it was created, it was kind of done on the fly. So I think Facebook's gotten a little bit more specific and narrowed down where we have not done anything to.
This would be
Google, you refer to Google?
yes.
Oh, Google, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will put that on there and I will make sure I get that to your, make sure that we can figure out how I can get a report. Because that would be a good starting point. Although once you get started, you will see your starting point.
Yeah, yeah, it's baseline.
And then you can watch that as it goes up. And like I said, as you go along, if you're not understanding the numbers, you have this call center that you can call, and I'm always here, and I can get you escalated to
Okay.
whomever.
Okay.
I do it all the time, so you can get answers to anybody's questions.
I do have one question. So you mentioned social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Google. And Andrea, with the,
Yes.
if they were to do the social media, does she write it so that it actually helps with the SEO, the local SEO? Is that inclusive to
So
the package?
I would say yes, because that's what your business is. So I know what she does. She will do all of the weekly posting, and I think she does all of the events that you have. I don't know whether you have any updated events or whatever, but
On the website.
on the website. but we'll go through all of that and make sure that we have everything.
And this is monthly, correct?
Yes, it is monthly. So if there's not any more questions? Okay.
You'd like you're about to say
Thank you
something.
for you considering this, and I'm happy to answer any more questions if you have it. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great insight.
I'll make a motion to take no action regarding the partnership agreement with Montgomery Neighbors Magazine at this time.
Motion by Mr. Olson to take no action.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Johnson. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. All those in favor of taking no action, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. We will take no action regarding the partnership agreement with Montgomery Neighbors Magazine. Item number 10 on your agenda. Consideration and possible action to approve a proposed agreement for the use of a firearms training range by law enforcement officers and authorizing the chief of police to sign the range agreement. Chief.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We're here today to get your approval on going into an agreement with Valley Hall Trust and the DA's office on a range. The range is located at 5259 Jackson Street. It's just outside the city limits. We've been planning for building our own range in 2728 right here on Liberty Street. We're looking at a cost of about $360,000. We can go into an agreement with these guys for the upkeep of the range and the things that we need in our material at the range. It's $10,000 a year. I'm sorry, it's cheaper than a magazine, but it's $10,000 a year, and it will allow us to get more range. Right now, you know, we use Tomball's range, which is approximately about 35-40 minutes away. This range is about 15 minutes away. We can get officers back to the city if we had an emergency. It also allows us to do our 6 range days. Right now, we can't do those 6 range days. We only get about 1 in. We get about 3 rifle classes in a year. Right now, we get about 1 of those rifle classes, and we qualify twice a year. This agreement gives us the opportunity to put our Connex box out there, put the things out there that we need to equip the range with. The range has been there for several years. It's only been back in use for about the last 4 years. It needs some improvements, along with the DA's office and the trust. And I think Precinct 1 has joined in as well. We'll make those improvements, and we just think it'll be a really good deal instead of trying to spend $360,000 this year.
So Chief, you answered one of my questions. I wanted to know how long the range was there. The second question is the $10,000, is that coming out of the CPD? Or is
That $10,000 is coming out of CCPD. It's coming out of the 25-year budget, so we won't have the amended budget that we just did. It's coming out of the 25 budget. And from that point on, this will be budgeted into our budget.
Very good.
And just for clarification too, I wondered if we were sharing our items, our stuff, our equipment with other entities and agencies. I asked that last night at CCPD and you said no.
We won't be sharing things such as targets and things like that. Now, if we get somebody out there who needs to target that day, we may let them use it. They'll have to reimburse us on the target. But no, that's where our money box out. All of our things will be locked up while another agency is out on the range. So no, it won't be shared.
Not that I'm not for helping, but if the taxpayers are paying for it, I want to make sure that
Absolutely.
we're the ones.
No, it won't be just shared, all that stuff.
Make a motion to approve the agreement for the use of the firearms training range by law enforcement officers and authorizing our chief of police to sign that range agreement.
Motion by Mr. Olson, second by Mr. Trulowitz, that we approve the proposed agreement for the use of the firearms training range by law enforcement officers and authorizing the chief of police to sign the range agreement. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we will accept item number 10 as presented.
Thank you.
Item number 11, consideration of possible action authorizing the city administrator to sign the consent to encroachment by and between the city of Montgomery and the developer, Texas First Bank, development number 2503.
Right. This development is next to Christian Brothers, so on 105, the Ken Rock property was originally called. So all these developments along here, there's a 26-foot utility easement along the frontage. And so as they've been developing, they've entered into separate encroachment agreements to put in paving, signage, and other improvements within that easement. And this is one of the same. So on page 38 of your packets, you'll see an exhibit showing the location of what they're doing, followed by a copy of the agreement they've executed. Main thing is that the city has to go in there to make repairs, replacements, etc. It's their obligation for any of the encroachments, so paving, signage, etc. Their cost, the owner's cost of repairing and replacing those facilities, not the city's cost to do so.
So what kind of encroachment are we talking about, Chris?
Paving.
Just paving? We're not talking like concrete curbs and,
Well, paving with curb and gutter paving for parking spaces, and they have a proposed sign.
so how much more money does it cost us to tear all that up?
They're responsible for that cost.
For the tear up, not just the replacement?
So there's two pieces. There's shall, if improvements are put, the shall be obligated to remove said improvements upon notice from the city at no expense to the city.
Okay, very good.
If it, so subsection C talks about improvements hindering the use from utilizing, operating, etc. facilities.
Make a motion to accept item number 11 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Olson,
Second.
second by Mr. Chulowitz. So we accept item number 11 as presented. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 11 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we will accept item number 11 as presented. Item number 12 on your agenda, consideration and possible action to award the contract for the Lift Station 10 Improvements Phase 2 project.
Correct. In your packet, starting at page 43, you'll see a memo from us regarding this project. So as a reminder, the Taylor Morrison development, part of their development agreement with the city is they were complete these improvements. So the first phase of these improvements were completed by Pulte, which upsized the force main from this lift station to its discharge point. Second phase of these improvements are adding a third pump, replacing the internal piping to accommodate for that third pump, making minor electrical modifications, and adding a backup generator to this site. So we received 3 bids back on July the 17th. You'll see a copy on page 44 of the bid tabulation. There's quite a discrepancy between the low bid and the rest. We talked it over with them. They are standing by the price. We also have worked with McDonald Municipal. They are the ones who installed the generator, the most recent generator, water plant number 3, for the city.
So what happens when they want to do a change order, because they're nearly 50% of what?
So, I mean, they can, if they have to submit a change order with the backup, that requires mispricing, something on their end, that is not it. Now, if they decide not to execute the contract because of it, they were required, as with all public bids, to put a bid bond that you can call on to cover that. But in discussions with them, they're honoring the price. Again, we've worked with them, and they've worked with the city before.
I'm amazed at the price differences.
It is, it's a big difference.
And remind me what we did with them before?
They added the last generator, so at water plant 3 on 1097, the 2 generators, they added the second generator there.
Is that the only work they've done here?
Which one was that right there?
Number 1.
Oh.
I think for the cities, only one they did.
Okay.
And where are they located? You know I was going to
I
ask.
knew that you asked every time.
Every time.
I do.
Every time.
I will look it up and let you know. They are local to the Houston area. I just cannot remember
Okay,
where exactly.
I don't know either.
When we added the last generator thing and all that stuff, wasn't there a bunch of added cost at the end for conduit and stuff that should have been? I know we had to do some kind of adjustment, like $80,000, $90,000 adjustment.
I do not recall. I
I
have
don't
to go
either.
back and look. There were, I do not recall. Do you remember, Mike?
I'm thinking there was, but it wasn't the contractor's fault. It was that conduit that the plan showed was a certain thing, and then it ended up not being what the original plan showed.
Correct.
So they had to install
it
the
wasn't their
conduit.
fault.
Okay, okay. I just remember there was something to do with conduit and it cost us a ton of money.
There was, the conduit going into the building, either the record drawings were different than what they found underground or something like that. So there was additional conduit from
Okay.
And the RV stuff.
Based where?
Out of Houston.
I used to.
Thank
I
you.
mean, $300,000 is a big difference. And if we get what we pay for,
Hey, I'm good. Make a motion to approve item number 12 as presented.
motion by Mr. Olson to be approved item number 12 as presented.
Seconded.
Second by Mitch Julowitz. This motion's debatable, minimal, requires a majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 12 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 12 as presented. 13 on your agenda. Consideration and possible action authorizing the mayor to sign the escrow agreement by and between the city of Montgomery and the developer, SR 105 LLC, and authorizing the city engineer to prepare a feasibility study for the proposed 2.1 acre development.
12? 12.1?
12.1. What did I say, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12.1, so sorry.
Oh, good.
All right, go in your packets to the following page, item page 46. Is that? You'll see where this is. So this is immediately adjacent to HEB. So if you remember, when the HEB feasibility study came in only for the HEB side of the project, they have an agreement with the developer, these guys, to do the mass grading and the drainage for the entirety, which is why the entirety of that site is currently under construction. But the actual utilities and development portion of that project, they're doing on their own. So that is what this is. So what the item in front of you tonight is authorizing the feasibility study as well as entering into the escrow agreement. Two kind of some different changes that we're making as we're catching up. Their escrow deposit is an additional $10,000. Feasibility study is $4,000. That is again because after feasibility, the conversation development agreement, et cetera, so the city has funds available to pull from the developer versus trying to collect.
So the corner lot is included in the 12.1 acres?
The corner lot is included, and the total is actually 14.9 acres. We added.
Do they have any plans on what they're gonna put in there, or just too early to tell?
Too early to tell, just the site plan, that we have at this point, which is multiple pad sites out front, pad site in the middle, and then more big box type in the back.
So I know this is going to be a little off topic, but looking at your picture, if you can see at the top, it says 150 feet control.
Correct.
Do we know if there was an actual water storage tank in there?
So that is for around the water. So there's two rules that apply. There's a 50-foot rule, which is the inside circle, and then there's a 150-foot rule, which is shown.
Right.
Typically, your 150-foot rule, it allows for paving, buildings, et cetera. It does not allow for feedlots, septic systems,
Right.
things like that. In the 50-foot circle, there is some additional requirements along drainage structures. So you don't have underground piping and things within that space. But it's developing within the 150 foot is an allowable use. You're control of what type of development.
So the question though is, do we know if there's a water storage tank with that well?
I do not.
Because
I
that
think
pushes,
they're adding one.
well, because it pushes that radius to 500 feet.
but it's still for raw water and those kind of things. There's nothing that'll be in that area. These city utilities are all gonna be buried and coming forward, there's no.
I'm just throwing it out there, right?
So we, an 18-wheeler could go on top of this?
Correct.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times you'll have, use the example right here, water plant too, you know, within that 150 foot, you have houses, you have other things.
Yeah.
You're just not allowed to have those list of sanitary issue requirements, because it's all about.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
water
sewage,
quality.
sludge disposal, things like that.
Exactly.
But it does push
And
it,
all- if
it
you
does
look
push
at
it out
theirs,
500 feet.
All their PVC and everything are coming towards their houses, they're not going towards HEB, so
Right.
there's really not cross.
I make a motion, we accept agenda item 13 for the feasibility study as presented.
Motion by Mr. Dawson, we accept item number 13 for the feasibility study as presented.
Second motion?
Seconded by Mr. Trulowitz. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires a majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 13, feasibility study for the proposed development, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept the feasibility study for the proposed 14.9 and 4.4 acre development. Number 14 on your agenda, consideration of possible action regarding authorizing the city engineer to begin design of the Buffalo Springs and C.B. Stewart Public Infrastructure Improvement Project. The project, subject to receipt of deposit from BCS Capital Group Development Number 2415.
Right. At your last meeting, you all approved two different development agreements, one with the church in Montgomery and one with BCS Capital. Both those development agreements address the public infrastructure requirement and the paying of their shares of that project. The city would administer completing that project. So what this is just authorizing us to get started with that design. The costs and everything in here are what will match in those development agreements. And this is all contingent upon receipt of those deposits. So no city funds are being expended until deposits are made by those developers. So the next step, after y'all authorize it, we will send letters to those developers requesting they deposit funds per the terms of the agreement. And then once those funds are received, initiate survey.
Make a motion to approve item 14 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Olson to approve item number 14 as presented.
Second?
Seconded by Mr. Trulowitz. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 14 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 14 as presented. 15 on your agenda, consideration of possible action regarding authorizing the city engineer to begin design of the Buffalo Springs Drive and C.B. Stewart roadway reconstruction project. The project subject to receipt of deposit from BCS Capital Group, development number 2415.
Right, very similar to the last item. This is the roadway portion. You remember in those development agreements, we split out a phase 1 of that project. That's what this is. So this is that initial geotechnical investigation, study, preliminary layout to get the final scope defined based on the results of their traffic impact analysis and the geotechnical recommendations for the final roadway improvements. So again, this is authorizing us to get that process started, subject to receipt of the funds by the developer, or subject to the city's receipt of the funds from the developer.
So I'm going to take this opportunity, Chris, to go over what I visited with you on the phone.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if everybody necessarily understands why I was very upset with the agreement we ended up with. I am aware that, yes, they are agreeing to pay more than what the original agreement was. The reason that really upset me is that it ties our hands. So this property to the west is undeveloped, right? But the property that we now are responsible for the road is developed on both sides. So we have no opportunity to try to split that cost. Where, yes, they maybe save us a couple hundred grand by doing a little bit more. It actually cost us about 500 because we can't even split it with anybody now.
We can certainly make anybody, developer that comes in, repave that road and put improvements if they tear out.
There is no developer gonna come in because there's an apartment building going in on the east side and
No,
a
right
church
here.
going in on the west.
Right here.
No, that's not the piece, that's all part of the original agreement.
Right,
It's
so you're
already
mad at this
being paid.
piece right here.
I'm mad.
We can have them redo.
They're gonna do this piece that's in the agreement. We're stuck with the north end of that, with developers on both sides and no agreement to help us. So that's $1 million that we can't split with anybody. So I was very upset because yes, on the surface, oh, they're giving us a deal, but it ties our hands. So we're stuck with $1 million versus maybe we could have got out of it with 400, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's why I was so very upset about this deal being swapped around.
It was changing constantly, and their word wasn't very good.
Well, that's gonna
It is what it
change,
is,
yeah.
I mean,
It
it's
always
passed
changes.
and moved on, but I wanted to explain why, that we have to look a little bit deeper a lot of times we have to look into the future and look at future deals too, and that was just not done, and whatever. So item number 15, I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Then motion by Mr. Olson that we accept item number 15 as presented.
Seconded.
Second by Ms. Trulitz. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 15 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 15 as presented. 16 on your agenda. Consideration of possible action on the acceptance of the engineer's recommendation of Bull G Construction LLC to complete the construction services related to the West Lone Star Parkway 12-inch waterline extension project.
All right. Starting at page 70 of your packets, see a copy of the letter from us regarding the bid results for this project. As a reminder, this is the Tri-Point, one of the pieces of the Tri-Point development. So it extends the water line that currently ends in front of the community center on Lone Star Parkway to the western boundary of their property along Lone Star Parkway. So we received bids back on August the 12th. We had 19 bidders that provided proposals for this, ranging from $333,000 to $548,000. There's a lot of bidders to see on the project, which is good. Good pricing. Bull G, we have worked with before. They're the contractors who work on Old Mayersville, as well as a couple other projects in and around the city. Our recommendation is to award the project to Bull G based on their low base bid amount. And I'll say it again, I did say this on the lift station 10 project. This is again, the traditional deposit from the developer required, so we'll get the contract started, send a letter, and the contracts will not be executed and notice to proceed given until the developer deposits the funds for construction.
It's really good to see the hungry contractors.
Yeah, we had multiple projects that were
Works out by
bidding.
night. I've heard of some of these.
3 or 4 that day. We had 19 on one, 3 on another, 10 on another, so it's really mixed. But this one was a straightforward project, so there's a lot of interest in it.
Make a motion, we accept agenda item number 16 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Donaldson that we accept item number 16 as presented.
I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Langley. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. All those in favor of accepting item number 16 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we will accept item number 16 as presented. 17, consideration of possible action to award the Water Plant 3 Booster Pump Addition project and authorize the mayor to sign the agreement.
All right, last one for me tonight. Reminder, this is one of the ARPA fund projects. So the 2 ARPA funds, there's the College Street drainage improvements, which we had a pre-bid meeting on that earlier this afternoon. And then the booster pump number 3 addition project, which is what's in front of you today. So back in August, we received bids, or it's still August, earlier this month, we received 3 bids for this project. Same contractor, so, excuse me. McDonald Municipal and Industrial, so the same contractor for the Station 10 submitted the low proposal on this project, the amount of $178,469 and 154 days to completion. You'll see the next 2 bidders were at $240 and $300, and $240 and 250 days for completion. Again, work with McDonald Municipal before, they've worked on this site before. So our recommendation is to proceed with Montgomery Municipal on this. It'll take a little bit longer for contracts, as these are ARPA fund contracts, so there's additional federal funding requirements. But this gets the process started to get those contracts executed, and grant works will be reviewed to make sure that we meet all the federal requirements.
So does this booster pump serve both wells or just one?
Both.
Both?
So the way it's essentially, whatever water is going into the ground storage tanks from whichever well, these booster pumps pull from those ground storage tanks to push it out into the system. Right now, these booster pumps are your limiting factor in your well capacity. So if you remember those charts for the feasibilities, that first jump up from 570,000 gallons a day to 720,000 gallons a day is this booster pump addition project.
I make a motion, we accept item 17 as presented.
Motion by Mr. Trulitz that we accept item number 17 as presented.
Second.
Second by Mr. Olson. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 17 as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we will accept item number 17 as presented. 18. Consideration possible action on an interlocal agreement bound between the City of Montgomery and Montgomery Economic Development Corporation in regard to a tract of land located at 203 and 213 Prairie Street, Montgomery, Texas, 77361. Is it really 361?
316.
316, I mean, not 356? Pretty sure it's 356.
It's 356.
Yeah, I
It's
think
356,
everything-
that's south, yeah, south here is the 316. So 77356.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to clarify this item. This is not just a tract of land. For the record, there's a 6,000 square foot building sitting on this land, which was purchased by the city in May of 2022 for a price of $992,000. That item was purchased for the sole purpose of being a police station. That was never done. This building has been sitting there for almost over 3 years with no action on it. It was put out for bids. We did not meet the reserve on the bids. What we're trying to do now, and I disagree with, is we're trying to transfer it over to MEDC for $833,000, which has taken a loss of approximately $150,000. Don't shake your head, let me finish. Because the estimate or the appraised value on it is $917,000. This is nothing but a workaround on our requirement to put this property up for bids. We cannot pay a broker. By this agreement that you're trying to enter into, you are going to be paying MEDC to sell this property, and we're not allowed to do that.
So if you don't mind, I'll comment on it. So we are not taking a discounted on the price. We've agreed to take this for that transfer, right? It's what we owe against the property and move on. We are unable to negotiate
As a
real
city.
estate as a city. So the MEDC they can go out there, they can put it in real estate magazines, they can actually advertise it outside of an article in the paper, in the classifieds that's 1 by 2 inches tall. They can actually advertise it and sell it. Now, there is a lot of interest in the property through realtors. It's a much better deal to go that route because even though we're, as a city, we're taking the 833, what we owe on it and moving on, anything extra the MEDC will keep. So ultimately, it all stays with the city. So it's not a net loss
You're paying
at
a broker
all.
fee. You're paying a broker fee.
So, but we have put it out for bid, and the problem is if we don't get a large enough market to get it out there and advertise it, right? And to sit on it is doing nothing but rotting away. So, and it's capital that we could use somewhere else.
I
So
don't
cut
have
your
any-
losses
I don't
and
have a
move.
problem with that. If MEDC was to purchase it, then it's not ours, it's theirs to sell, okay? But we're circumventing the regulations relative to broker, because the property is ours, okay? We're giving it to them with a piece of paper, and they're gonna make money on it. That's no different than a broker's fee. And if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck. And that's exactly what we're doing. I don't know if it's illegal, but to me, it's unethical.
Okay, so here's the deal. Whatever money they're gonna make on it, I don't understand, because it's city's money. The MEDC belongs to the city. The corporation belongs to the city. So there's no money being made on this property outside of the city.
And they can only spend on the behalf of the city.
Yeah.
They can't spend
I'm
outside.
really
of it.
confused on where all this,
Well, exactly what
where you're
is-
coming from, because it makes no sense.
Exactly what is the benefit to the taxpayer to transfer this property to MEDC?
We can actually get more money for it and
Yeah.
advertise it out there so we can actually sell it. It's doing nothing but costing us interest right now.
Well, and back up, so your first statement, you weren't on council when this was purchased. The idea was for a police station because we do need help. However, when you have city staff that's been told to go and do things and they don't do what council has asked them to do, and the reason why this is purchased for years at a time, then that's not on the city council. It was brought up multiple times during council meetings. What's going on with this property? What's going on with this property? And all we were lied to and buffaloed. They didn't do a dadgum thing with it. And now here we are down the road. So saying that the council is at fault, we are not. We asked, we pushed. We don't work here every day, we are not on the payroll. So that is it's staff's job to push forward what we asked them to do in the initiatives. And when they don't do it, they don't have jobs here. Hence where we are today, and there's a new staff. So this got picked up. This happened for good intention. But the reason nothing happened for it was complete and utter political retaliation from internal staff. So, yes, I've got that receipts if you'd like to see them. So, with that being said, then with city, the way that we have to take bids, we can get $1 bid from now to the end of time, and we're still sitting on
The
it.
for sale sign's been out there for 2 years. Come on now.
That's to our point. It is for sale, we have to
If
take a bid.
somebody's looking for a property, why wouldn't they see that sign?
Because we have to put it up.
They have to,
for bid.
so look, that's
It's
for sale sign,
sealed
they
bid.
did, they put a piece of paper, we have to do it for 45 days. All of us can go put in a number on an envelope, and it cannot be opened until day 46. Brent would open it, and we'd see $1, $2, $3, $4, and we can choose to take it or not take it. We don't take it, guess what?
It's
Go back out to bid again in 45 days, and we can continue to do that, which is, in my opinion, a rat on a hamster wheel. Or we can give it to an entity that can act and get money and move it and bring value to the downtown area, bring value to our city. Because sitting there right now, it ain't doing nothing but an eyesore and taking up space.
So why don't we transfer it at the appraised value?
We are.
No, you're not.
It's an interlocal agreement, so
Yeah.
we get paid upon sale.
I understand that, but the words that we have in this agreement right here, if we stick with it, it says 833,000. The appraised value is 917,000.
Yes.
So why don't we put that 917,000 in there instead of 833? That we will accept.
What's the incentive to MEDC to do it?
There's an incentive there.
Yeah, because they need
It's a
money to
broker.
do their projects.
It's a broker.
They need money to do their projects. The downtown project that's gonna cost us $2 million, the city council's not paying for that, MEDC is. How do they pay for those projects,
I
Tom?
understand that.
Well, you must not. If you don't understand, that's where the money's coming from.
I understand that. I do not like the process that we're using.
It's just it's a transfer deed is all it is. And say, sell the property for us, thanks, let's move on.
It's the only way we can sell this property, and it's the only way we can sell it because a city entity, a government entity can't sell it in a traditional manner. And if we pay somebody and get it off our hands in 2 months, it's a heck of a lot better than 2 years sitting there.
Yeah.
Going
At
out
the
to
end of the
bid,
day,
out to bid, out to bid,
the
out to
money,
bid.
that this brokerage fee is still the city's money. The MEDC Corporation belongs to the
And they
city of
can't spend it
Montgomery.
without us, our approval, anyway.
I just don't understand where you're coming from, where there's money leaving the city.
I'm
It
just saying.
stays within the city, 100%.
I understand that, 100%. I don't like the process.
Okay, so what process would you suggest?
Bid it out.
We have.
We have, it hasn't worked.
We bid it out. No, God, it's been out for bid several times, Tom, and that is the problem. We can't get a decent bid on it through the bid process with a little tiny ad in the classifieds this big. Okay, we're not getting the movement we need. We need to move it. We need capital. We have a building sitting over here that we're making payments on now,
It's
that we
falling
need to
apart.
finish out. We have two, right? We have one where we need capital to finish it, and one we need to get rid of so it doesn't fall apart. So cut your losses. Get it gone, move your capital, use it. Anyways,
I was gonna say, ethically and legally.
It's 100%
Yeah,
legal.
It is, it's exactly what has to happen. And guess what, we have the city staff that will actually follow council's direction and do it. Isn't that nice?
and that's part of the reason why cities create MEDCs, is so that they can do business the way a business ought to be able to do it. Cities cannot operate that way. So, item number 18, make a motion to accept as presented.
With the change of 77356.
Oh, yes, oh, sorry about that. With the change of the zip code to 77356.
Motion by Mr. Olson, we accept item number 18 as presented with the change to the zip code of 77356.
I'll second.
A second by Ms. Langley. This motion is debatable, amendable, requires majority vote. It's open for discussion. All those in favor of accepting item number 18 as presented with the change of the zip code of 77356, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it, the motion carries, and we'll accept item number 18 as presented with the change of the zip code 77356. Next up, council inquiry.
Do we have any plans for improving or updating the city center, the community center?
We should, I just think we have other obligations right now. We gotta get McCowan facelift and Jim's built
I was
out.
in there on Friday, and
It's
it's
bad.
horrible.
Yeah.
It
We've
smells
talked to
so
Mike
bad.
about
I
it.
talked to Mike about the fact that it smells horrible in there. I don't know if the air conditioner wasn't working or what, but, I mean, the DAR is scheduled to use it on the 2nd of September, and I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, it needs a
ceilings are falling down.
facelift. We just have other, it does need to be torn down. I'm all for it, and I think, yes, we do need to tear it down. And I believe the city council person that's not here tonight is probably on the same page finally. It's
No,
a
she would
historical.
stab me in the back.
No, she's fine. We've had to talk about
I've
it.
asked her several times to let's tear that building down.
Huh? She's on board with it now. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. You can be the only one saying
I
no.
could be the only one saying no.
I'm not saying we
You can
can't
save some
rebuild,
bricks
but
from
let's
it.
tear that one down and
Put 'em in your
start
house.
something worth having.
But it just, it's in bad, yeah, it's in bad shape. And it has no historic relevance whatsoever.
I always tell people it's just old.
Yeah, it's just old.
It's not
We
historic.
can move it over,
But we'll
we'll
stand
stand
the
the
stone
wall.
wall. We will not take the stone wall in the process.
Right. Is that it?
Yeah, it's just like it.
Yeah, it needs to help.
It's helpful.
Mike, I have a question for you. Have we had any complaints about red water, dirty water on the regular up to 5 years from today?
Say what?
Yes, well,
Well, there's had been problems
maybe
with the water.
4 or
because-
5 years.
Talking about in the last 5 years.
Yeah, between today and 5 years back from
Oh, yeah,
today.
we've had lots of complaints. on that.
Yeah, but due to
Yeah.
what? Because water main breaks, or when we updated all of the pipes and the sediment gets in there? But nothing on the regular, this is not our daily water.
No.
Okay, and when there is a complaint about daily water, who does somebody go to report, I've got the word was red water, I've got red and dirty water? Where would somebody go to complain?
Right
They need
here.
to call City Hall.
Exactly.
The first thing to go is to complain about it on Facebook. because
You're right.
people get-
Well, so the comment was made that there had been complaints made to the city, the water supply, the water department. And I'm like, who? What? So first of all, I think it's a fake profile, whoever you are, you're fake. And it's, but I just wanted to make, for the record, that we have not had, when there's been complaints, it's been due to an issue, a temporary issue, whether it be a break, whether it be construction, whether it be something like that. It's not on the daily that you're aware of. You do, and the city does post TCEQ ratings and grades and all of the information. All of our reports, correct. And this is the first time I've ever heard the word red water. So that's alarming, but they went to the water company. Yeah, it was a water company. Not sure if that was, who that is, really.
I know there was about 5
Hayes.
days ago, there was a pretty good scent to it. But
Yeah.
it cleared up.
It does, and it ebb and flows. I mean, sometimes I get sediment, sometimes I get, it smells really like a whole bunch of chlorine. But apparently, there's been multiple complaints and we've done nothing, and it's red water on the regular. And there's been complaints to the water company, and I just wanted to ask you.
I mean, like any water system out there, we have
Sure.
the water complaints that come in. Whenever we have a rash of them, like we had a handful of months ago, then we tackle it on a system-wide issue. We did a full
That happens,
system-wide
yeah.
flushing, and all cleared out. But I cannot say that we have regular.
Okay.
I would say we have the normal amount that anybody has.
Well, and if somebody's reporting this to the water company, I'm assuming it would be to your office, and it sounds like that you haven't had these complaints on the regular.
No, not on the regular.
Okay.
I mean, regular is subjective, so I mean.
100%.
But my regular, no, it's definitely not a regular
Okay.
occurrence. The good thing is we have a record of any dirty water call that
Sure.
we get ever.
Okay,
And-
thank you.
And red water, the only way you're gonna get red water around here is if their line to their house is broken and they have a red clay, where the builder brought in a bunch of red clay, which is what most builders do, bring in red clay
Yeah,
around here. So if they've got a cracked line and it's coming in, it's pulling in sediment with it.
Of which then, when that happened, they would call either a plumber, so the city would have nothing to do with it, or call the water
You could
company.
ask the city, to say, hey, what's going on?
Right.
And they might
Okay.
find a leak for them or something.
Continue to loop these systems in, it will help with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you have.
Just
dead
trying to
end
clear it up.
places, It's just gonna collect.
Yeah, just trying to clear it up. Thank you.
Yeah, all that I ask is if anybody has water complaints, please call us and let us know.
That's right.
We don't, most of the time, we don't know unless we hear it.
Apparently, there's an advocate out there advocating for all of the city about all of the water that's poisoning everybody. But this was news to me.
Call us
So,
and give us some address.
yeah, well, and I asked for that too, and that was declined. Okay,
Happy to take
thanks.
care of it.
All right, anybody else? Council inquiry? All right.
Didn't you have another complaint about not responding to theft?
Yeah, it would be the same fake profile.
Yeah, we asked him to, we gave him an opportunity to come forward, bring us those case numbers, bring us those names, and.
We're still waiting.
He declined,
Yeah,
so.
as the advocate declined to give details. Perfect. Okay. Anybody else? Closing agenda, item number 19, items to consider for placement on future agendas.
I got it.
All right, item number 20, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Trulitz. Second by Mr. Johnson. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. It's 7:32. We will adjourn.
All righty.
Well, it's a lot less people on here than there was when we got here.